we though? Test.
Well, I'd like us to be. Could we be? Could we be doing it?
We totally are doing it.
The show, I mean?
Yeah, not sexual intercourse.
No.
We don't want that. Okay, this is it. We're ready. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, got 99 problems, and the show is definitely one.
Those pigs never loved you.
That was supposed to say snow, not show. I don't know why I put show. I never wash these hands.
Aw, the show is definitely one. Delta and Coke are sorry.
Red bugs, bed bugs, everybody out.
Major spoilers and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Because of the shortage of tin plate, cans are likely to become scarce, and Britain's housewives may have to make do with less canned foods.
What kind of pill?
The pill. The pill.
Will they ever get off this damn island? This is The Morning Stream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the TMS show. That's right, The Morning Stream. It is February 11th, 2819.
2819. We've traveled 800 years in the future, and what do you know? We're still doing this damn show.
I thought I'd stop screwing that up, but apparently I have not. Anyway, it's 2019. I'm Scott. That's Brian. Hi, Brian. Good morning.
Hello. Happy New Week.
Yeah.
New Week.
I guess so. We got 1.5 feet of new snow last night. It's already on top of the old 2 feet of snow.
Which means we'll probably get 4.5 inches when it finally makes its way over the mountains.
Yeah, we're like this blunt object. We take the brunt of it, and then you get whatever's left. But it was nasty. And right now, this morning, it's really, really cold. And when you drive on it, it's like driving on cornstarch. That's how cold it is.
Oh yeah, right.
You know the kind of snow I'm talking about? Just that kind of weird,
like dry cookie dough kind of snow.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Or flour, exactly. I know exactly how it works.
It's funny you should bring that up. We learned last night how to make eggless and therefore edible uncooked cookie dough.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Kim made it, or I guess it's not made yet, but she made all the preparations for it. I haven't eaten it yet. Still a little nervous about this sort of thing because normally if you got eggs in there, it's a little iffy. You got to cook that.
Well, sure, yeah. But the eggs are the only issue, right? Because flour, water, chocolate chip, sugar, chocolate chips, sugar.
Big deal.
Nothing wrong with any of that stuff.
Yeah, all that other stuff is fine. So anyway, very much looking forward to trying that later, and we'll let you know if it's any good.
I'm sure will be.
Yeah. But anyway, the snow sucks, and I'm tired of it, and I'm sick of it. And if I said I'm tired of it, because I'll say it again. You
did mention that you were tired of it.
It's clear as a day today, or clear as a bell today. You go outside, blue skies, sun's out, but it's like 18 degrees. So it doesn't matter how sunny it is. It's going to feel like it's 1 billion degrees below zero. So I'm going to have to go out there and, scrape some more and put some damn freaking salt on the earth. Have to salt the earth.
Just to be sure.
Yeah. There's that deal.
Yeah.
Plus, day before yesterday, I was trying to find kimchi at the store. They used to carry this huge selection. They stopped carrying it. How am I supposed to get my fermented cabbage from the shelf in 2019? They
stopped carrying it or they're out? Have they really stopped?
All right, well, 2 things happened. 1, the whole shelf is different and there's nothing there. 3 things. 2, I went through the whole store to find it, couldn't find it. And 3, I was too proud to ask anybody. So I didn't ask anyone what was going on. And my wife's like, why didn't you ask somebody? I'm like, because I don't like doing that. Because I'm a walking, living stereotype of the male who doesn't want directions. That's why.
I wonder what, is it always stored by the sriracha, or is it more like a refrigerated? It has to be refrigerated, right? Or no?
It doesn't have to be. I mean, in its raw or in its unopened form, certainly you can just have it like salsa or something. But normally it's in this Asian section. They have Asian foods.
Right. The ethnic foods aisle, or couple aisles, right?
Yeah.
Where you're
exactly. I
Mexican
go down there.
Food, Chinese food.
Oh, they've even got separate ones for that. They don't even call it ethnic foods. They just say,
really? They have a Mexican food aisle and
an Asian food aisle. So you'd think right there, where it always is, It would be there. It's not there.
Huh.
What's going on? I mean, it's the most Asian of foods. What are you doing?
They've got to have it somewhere. That's a, I don't know. I mean, it's like a standard, right? A Korean delicacy standard. It's got to be there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I looked and looked and looked, and I was so irritated that I just didn't have the wherewithal to ask anybody who worked there. So fine, take it. Do whatever you want with your kimchi decisions, stupid Smiths. I'll go to Harmon's next time or some other place.
Oh, now you've done it. Ooh.
Yeah, look what you've done.
Invoked the competitor. I will go to a competitor.
I'm sure they've got some dumb card they want me to sign up for too every time I go to the cash register. It'll be fine. All right, Brian. Yes. What do men want?
A good nap, Scott. That's my 3-word review for the film What Men Want, which is a remake of the old Mel Gibson Helen Hunt movie with this one features Taraji P. Henson.
I don't know who that is. Is that someone I should know?
You should know her from like Hidden Figures, Empire. Is she the one on Empire? Is Cookie?
I don't know. Is she the one that? Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Not the one from not Dark Water. Lizard Man has sex with a lady in the water. What was it called? Fish Man. Darkest Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
Yeah. Not her who's also in Hidden Figures.
No.
The other one that's in Hidden Figures, who's like one of the 3 ladies.
One of the other women, and exactly.
I always forget which one she is. Yeah.
Yeah, Octavia Spencer is who you're thinking of from Shape of Water.
Yes.
No, Taraji P. Henson. So anyway, it's a remake of the film. Basically, here was the deal. Tina, like, well, I feel like going to see a movie. What's out? Oh, not hearing good things about Serenity. Oh, no good time for Lego Movie. Basically it was like, it was this or something else that we really didn't have much of a care about.
Yeah.
And so we're like, all right, well, the trailer was kind of funny. It's funny. There's 3 movies out or coming out that have this whole like main character gets bonked on the head or has a magic spell cast on them, and they're changed, and it's like they're the same, but their surroundings are totally different, right? Or they're different. Like, for example, in this film, she gets hit on the head, drinks some bad tea, whatever, and now she can hear men's thoughts, but only men's thoughts.
Okay.
There's another one that's a remake of Big called Little, where a woman executive who's kind of bitchy gets changed into a little kid version of herself.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the Rebel Wilson thing where she gets bonked on the head and runs into a wall, and now she's permanently living in a rom-com.
Isn't there a show on Netflix too that just launched that's just about a lady dying at the end? It's like Groundhog Day, except
it's Groundhog Day. Yes.
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
Russian
Why is this a thing? Why is this a trend?
Well, Russian Doll, I think, is it's different. It's not Groundhog Day, and it's probably more comparable to Happy Death Day.
Okay.
And I'm hearing it was all that everybody on Raid last night could do to keep from spoiling Russian Doll. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing that one. I hear it's really, really good.
All right. So you ended up with that one. Didn't like it, huh?
Ended up with What Men Want, and it was kind of a predictable little snooze fest. We also, and this is going to be a recommendal that's not recommendable yet. It's not on any of the free, quote unquote, free streaming sites that we pay for.
Yeah.
But Can You Ever Forgive Me with Melissa McCarthy and Richard E. Grant is rentable. Or no, I'm sorry, it's purchasable. It'll be rentable probably sometime before the Oscars. Both McCarthy and Richard E. Grant are nominated for major acting awards. So, and it is fantastic. It is really good. It should have been one of the Best Picture nominees.
Yeah, I keep hearing good things about that movie. I want to see.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. February 19th. So about a week. It'll be rentable on iTunes. Check that out for sure. It's really, really good, and Not at all what I was expecting, and a very different character for Melissa McCarthy than what you're used to seeing.
That's good. I like Richard E. Grant a lot, so I'd watch that. That's
He's
the thing.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the top box office right here, and some of these scores are pretty bad. What Men Want.
What Men Want? Yeah.
47%. It's not great. Let's see. Cold Pursuit. What the hell's that? Is that a thing?
That's Liam Neeson, I think.
Oh,
right?
Liam Neeson movie where he's a snowplow guy. He's Mr. Plow on revenge for someone doing something to his family or something like that.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
It's something like that. It's sad.
I'm not sad at all. I'm into it. I love these dumb movies he does. I think they're great.
But I can wait. I could probably wait for that one to see. That one's got really bad reviews, doesn't it?
No, 76%. It's doing all right.
76. Okay, why didn't we see that? We probably should have seen that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Then you got one called The Upside at 40.
Saw that last week. That was really good. It's Cranston and Hart.
That was good? I heard that was terrible. That was good?
It was good.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it was everyone I've talked to have seen it hated it. They hated that movie.
I talked about it a week ago on this show, saying that it was good.
I didn't. Well, I hadn't heard all these other reviews, before.
Who else? Who is saying that it's bad?
I've got three separate friends and a family member who all saw it and hated it. They thought it was terrible, and they love Kevin Hart. They're huge Kevin Hart fans, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe it wasn't Kevin Hart enough.
It was definitely not a typical Kevin Hart film.
Let's see the reviews on really the tomato meter's bad, 40%.
For The Upside?
Yeah, that's too bad.
But audience scores are 87%.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Glass still doing not great. 36, 75 audience. The Prodigy, Green Book is doing well. Aquaman and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse still in the top 10 box office.
Yep.
That's pretty good. No Lego movie for you? You didn't want to see that there? Not interested?
The timing didn't work out for it. Otherwise, that probably would have been the choice.
Yeah.
But the time that we were going to be up in that area by the theater is like, well, we could either just screw around for like an hour and a half and then see this, or we can just jump right into What Men Want.
You see
and now that I'm thinking about it, The Kid Who Would Be King was another one we were considering, but it's like, do we really feel like a kind of a kids family movie? Maybe, even though it's got Patrick Stewart.
Sure.
Yeah, I wish Stan and Ollie were playing at this theater. We would totally have seen that, because that's one that that's on my list. Absolutely want to check out.
Totally on my list of things to see. So wait, but your wife's out of town now, though, right? She's gone.
Yeah, she left yesterday. So we went and saw this Saturday.
When is she home? How long you got to?
Wednesday afternoon. She comes home.
It's not so bad.
No, and then we have a fundraising event here in Denver. If you're a member of the Denver Tadpole, or if you're in Denver and you're not a member of the Denver Tadpole, shoot me a message and I'll get you invited. But we're doing a fundraising event at the Denver Game Lounge. More about that later this week.
Oh, cool. That's very awesome.
It's very cool. Tabletop gaming lounge that we've been to a couple times. That place is a blast.
Yeah,
so much fun.
Sounds really good. It's just right there in Denver?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice. Well, all right.
Hence
then.
the name Denver Game Lounge.
Oh yeah, the name. That's what you'd want. You imagine it being
really good food, drink, and a great selection of games. They have a giant, giant Jenga, and of course they have a giant Connect 4 that kids were having a great time playing with.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Is the Jenga, are the blocks heavy, or are they kind of light?
Yeah, they're basically 2x4 boards, kind of chopped up and smoothed, and
so it's wood, straight up wood.
It's wood. Oh, it's straight up wood. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And when that thing comes down, it is everyone in the place knows it.
I think that sounds great. I'm into it. You see all this heat that Chris Pratt's getting lately? Did you see some of this?
No.
Business?
What's going on with?
Well,
he's getting married to Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I don't think that's the problem. I guess he's super into some church he goes to and gives them hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're all into gay conversion therapy and all this kind of stuff.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. So now everyone's mad at him, and everyone's mad at everyone's mad at Rob Lowe, and everyone's mad at Aziz Ansari. So everyone's mad at all these old Parks and Rec guys now. Except for Ron Swanson, who everyone loves.
Right.
Because he's not doing dumb things. But
and Jerry Gergich, apparently still safe and relatively unknown.
Yeah, they all give him shit, but he's still great. He's fine.
He's the only one with not fraught with scandal right now.
I mean, look, Rob Lowe is not. Rob Lowe's not any stranger to controversy chat room. So when you say Rob Lowe, don't do that.
Yeah.
Remember, he filmed himself with a 16-year-old girl once having sex.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
When he was a 23-year-old or whatever, she was 16. It's kind of illegal in this country. It turns out that sort of thing.
Yeah. How about that?
She's a minor and all, but and then Rob Lowe did some tweet that was rude, and so he's in all kinds of. Anyway, it's just weird. But don't worry, all your other Chris's are fine. Your Chris Pine. Your Chris Hemsworth and your Chris...
okay, the Hemsworth is okay. Okay.
All right. It's totally good. Hunky Majunky is all good.
All right.
As far as I know, his weird-looking brother's fine, and his other sort of okay-looking
How's Christopher Plummer? Is Christopher Plummer doing okay?
He's fine. All the Chris's are fine except this one Chris. He's ruining it for all the Chris's. Chris, give us another Chris.
Chrissy Snow.
Christopher Cross, doing fine.
Christopher Cross. How's Christopher Cross doing?
He's sailing right now. That's what he does all the time.
Oh, good. I hear that takes him away to where he's always wanted to be.
Right. Nice job.
Chris Elliott.
Yeah, Chris Elliott, he's fine. I heard him on an interview the other day. As far as I know, he's fine. I mean, whatever. Anybody who's in there... See, this is the problem with the modern internet age. If you're in your prime right now... More scrutiny than ever in the history of ever. Like, you just can't get away from it.
Yes. Oh, and tall poppy syndrome. People want to take you down.
Yeah. So, good luck, Chris Pratt, with your weird church. Okay. I mean, gay conversion therapy is weird. I don't know why you. I don't know why you do that.
That's something that I cannot get behind.
I get that there's plenty of churches who are still not down with the gays. I get it, but actively doing that is weird. We had a very popular local one here recently who turned gay completely. Just left his family. He had like 4 kids and a wife.
Right.
Spent years being a famous local gay conversion therapy guy that people would send their sons to get him out of being the gay, you know. Mm-hmm. And then he's gay. He's gay.
Of course.
Doth protest too much. He protested himself right into being gay. Nice job.
I think he was probably gay the whole time.
Oh, that's my point. He's so gay. The louder they get, the gayer they are, dude.
I think that might be a show title.
Yeah. I just mean people who hate the gays never trust them because I think they're gay themselves and they're afraid to admit it. Anybody who hates, I don't know.
Anybody who hates black people is probably secretly black.
I knew a guy that was like hardcore anti-abortion, and then we found out he paid for an abortion once. An actual guy I knew, not some politician, like a dude I knew who did that. I knew a guy who... What?
I mean, that could be because he paid for an abortion. Like, basically, he like, I don't want other people to have to fall into that.
No, that's not what he was saying. I can promise you that. Okay. It wasn't from my experience as someone who has paid for an abortion.
I'm very anti-abortion because they're expensive.
They're very expensive. No, he was like, you're going to hell. Who would ever do this? Pro-life, like that. And then hiding the fact that he had paid for an abortion.
Gotcha.
Because he's... Yeah, and sure, there was a lot of regret. I get it. So his regret fueled his weird other life. That's what happens. If you're gay and doing drugs, you're out there going, drugs and gays are the worst. No, you're gay and you're doing drugs. Like your mega church guy in Denver. He's my favorite example. I love that guy.
He's the best example. Yes.
What's he doing now? You know he's got talent. What's he doing? Sitting around?
Hiding somewhere, I'm sure.
Okay. Doesn't have a church anymore. He's done with that.
He might. I wouldn't be surprised if he just basically has found a new way to take his fame into in front of another flock.
I'll bet that Joel Olstein guy in Houston. I'll bet he's one of the gays and doesn't know it yet. Just throwing that out there. Got any Houston listeners who want to come at me? Let's go. I'm in a mood.
Come at me. This is like this is that secret abortion episode of. Unfriend Me that you've been promising, that you've been threatening to do.
Did we ever do it? We did do it, didn't we? Yeah, we did it.
Oh, did you really do it? I thought you didn't do it. I thought that was like I
thought we did
the Chinese democracy of Unfriend Me.
Did we never do it? Maybe because we talked about it so much we never did do it.
I think you guys talked about it so much you never did it.
Oh, that's hilarious. I think you're right now that you say that. I mean, I could go look. Yeah, I never did do it. You're right. I'm looking at the RSS. We talked about it so much we never actually did it.
Right.
Oh.
I bet there were times that Axl Rose probably thought that he released Chinese Democracy a lot earlier. I already did release the Chinese Democracy album. No,
It's already
did I
out.
not?
Wow, he said at the end.
I could have sworn we put out Duke Nukem. Did we not put out the Duke Nukem?
Yeah. Well, now it's out of my system, guys. It's all good. Hey, let's move on to Dunaway time.
Please, we need some
Yeah.
joy in Mudville.
Let's get him in here.
Just got done watching the thing with the blue ween.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The Aladdin trailer.
Also good. That thing really looks bad. Like
It does.
like not just him. Like everyone's focusing on Will Smith. I don't think he's actually the problem. There's just some other kind of weird amateur. Everything looks bad.
Oh really? I feel we see so little of everything else that it just looks like, B-roll footage from Lawrence of Arabia or something.
The guy who plays
Jafar.
Jafar looks terrible. He looks and sounds terrible.
Looks like a kid. Yeah.
He's just awful. And then Aladdin doesn't say a freaking word and just has dead face the whole time. And it just looks like something's cheap. The genie's weird looking. Yeah, I don't know, man. Something about the whole mess.
I think going with Caesar from Battle for the Planet of the Apes was a weird choice as Apu, but Abu is the
See?
from The Simpsons.
Nice.
You watch The Simpsons?
Abu, yeah. I think it's Abu, isn't it?
It is.
It is Abu.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of Abu about nothing.
See? That's right. All right, well, that voice can only mean this. Oh, and also Blu-ray version of a brand new Blu-ray 4K version of Waterworld coming with 40 additional minutes. Director's cut, baby.
What?
It doesn't matter. We're getting it.
Paper.
It's
It's
can't
40
wait.
minutes of paper.
It's 40 more minutes in Denver in the water or something. They're going to go to Brian's house.
It's like 40 minutes of Dennis Hopper riding around on a jet ski. It's
Yeah.
going to be great.
He has 2 eye patches in this one. Oh, it's
Right.
going to be great. All right, here you go. All right, everybody, it's time for us to play a little Babel Royale. It's where you, listening live right now, can call in and win some prizes and be a big part of the fun here. We have with us Brian Dunaway, of course. Hello, Brian Dunaway.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Nice to have you
Hello,
back,
Brian
sir.
Dunaway.
It's always good to see you.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It totally is. Are you kidding me?
It's good to see you guys, too.
Yeah. Should we find out what this funny thing is you said on Film Sack? Let's find out.
I said something funny.
Yeah, somebody was saying I got an email, 41 minutes in, that you almost made him wreck his car or something like that. So let's see what it was.
Stream of conscious right out of my head. I won't even remember it, most likely.
Well, we're going to find out. Watchmen. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Okay, here's the Film Sack Watchmen.
This is guaranteed not to
I want
disappoint.
to know more about the cat. The cat ahead. Time. Like okay, 40.
And he's the dude who did the very
All right.
first
But
video.
I don't
you ever saw.
understand. If there can only be one, how can there be a Highlander 2? I never understood that.
That is a very good question, and
Yeah.
one that I think we need to answer on a future film sack by
Yeah.
watching that shitty movie.
We really should.
There should have only been one. How about that?
That first
Yes.
one's great. That second
Yes.
one.
The question that precedes
I
all
don't
great
think
film
it's
sacks.
41's
How
over.
bad could it be?
I enjoyed it.
And it couldn't be the whole
Yeah,
there could be only one.
No,
right?
that
It's a
can't be
clever
it.
thought.
No, that's not it.
I
Though.
don't think you guys are going to ask that ever again after Space Hunter.
I think it's weird hearing him do that because it sounds like Brian's talking in real time. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's messing with my head.
I don't know what it is. So that guy needs to write in and tell us what the specific moment was, so I can figure.
I
that
think it
out.
was that moment. I think it was brilliant.
Yeah, you think that?
I'm
was
a
it?
I
genius.
think that was it. There had to be something else.
You are a genius. My gosh.
Maybe it was like minute 40, and then he looked down at his phone, and it was at minute 41.
Could have been.
Right.
Could have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
My name is Emery. I'm from California.
Well, nice to have you here. Emery, was it?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Emery from California. It's nice to have you
Yeah,
here.
it's like the Overwatch character that never got introduced.
Oh, yeah, Emery. That's right. No, there really was one.
Was there an Overwatch character from California? This is cool.
Well, I don't know about California, but there was definitely one called Emery that they never put in there. It was part of the original concept art stuff, wasn't he? Or something.
Yeah, he was one of the characters that was teased in one of the little shorts
Yeah.
that never actually made it.
Yeah, he may still make it though. You never know. Your namesake may show up one day. It's still possible.
I
Anything's possible.
certainly hope so, because it'll be the first time that like the name Emery is in like culture or whatever.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right. You struggle with getting those bike license plates and stuff when you go places. It's like, I don't see Emery. I don't see it anywhere.
Wait, what's that? I don't know what that is. You go to a bike.
Oh, yeah, you don't. Oh man, you don't remember growing up as a kid and going to different little touristy places, and they'd always have bicycle license plates and your
The
name.
little metal license plates or the
Oh, right, the little tiny
dice
ones.
or the-
Yeah, and if you had a weirder name or a harder, less common name, they would
Right.
You'd be screwed.
No, but they did have them over by the nail files.
Right, Emery. You're looking for the Emery board, sir. No,
Right.
no.
No, my name is Emery. Oh, what a nightmare. Anyway, it's good to have you here, Emery. Brian will explain the rules and what you could win today.
That's correct. I'm going to give Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic, and they're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Emery, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you're playing for a 3-pack of Steam games, Dungeons 3, Hidden Folks, I love Hidden Folks,
Yeah.
and American Truck Simulator.
Oh,
Comes
Dungeons
with this-
3.
Comes with this accent,
Yeah.
American Truck Simulator.
that's a really good. The first one you mentioned, Dungeons
Yes,
3,
Dungeons
fantastic
Yeah,
game.
that's a
really,
good one.
really
That's a
good.
good one.
Yep.
And so is Hidden Folk. So
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah,
that's a good
I love
batch.
Hidden Folks. That's
Yeah.
a great iPad game, and I bet it's a lot of fun on with a bigger screen on Steam. So
Right.
nice. All right, so that's those are your prizes. The topic today comes to us from Lois Haley, Taffy Guy's wife, Mrs. Taffy Guy, I guess we call her.
Sure.
She's Mrs.
And it's funny that we were talking about all these live-action Disney projects because your topic today, there are 11 official Disney princesses. 11 official Disney princesses. I want you guys to name them.
Official.
Yes.
Interesting.
Official. What? I mean, there's some unofficial Disney
Yeah.
princesses that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, I think that there's there tends to be the approach that any younger woman in a Disney film is a Disney princess, and that's just not the case.
Okay.
Right.
This is interesting. I didn't realize they
Yes.
actually
They even have
classified
them
them.
grouped into the classic era, the Renaissance era, and the modern era for the Disney princesses. So there are
Right.
11. I want you to name 11 of them.
All right.
And Emery, who do you want to go first, and who do you think is going to win?
Well, I'm going to go with Brian to start, but I'm going to put it on Scott to win since he is the artist.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What he doesn't realize is how good of an
Yeah.
artist Brian Dunaway is, but that's okay. I'll take it.
I
take
draw
it.
too.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Brian Dunaway draw more women than I've seen Scott draw.
Oh, I'm
I don't-
terrible at women. You
I don't just
kidding?
make clever comments about Highlander movies. I do other things.
Look, some people have actually said to me, Scott, why don't or you don't draw women because you're somehow you don't realize it, but you're secretly kind of chauvinistic and you don't want to draw women.
What?
And I say to
That's a
them,
lie.
no, I just draw terrible looking women. Like they look like my men. So look at the men. And then just imagine them with like red lipstick and a freaking dress. Done. Because that's how I draw women. It's not because I don't like them. Anyway, so Dunaway, you start.
All right, I'm gonna go with Cinderella, Night and Day.
Cinderella. Yes, classic era princess Cinderella. Very good.
Wake up!
Snow White.
Well, that's not right.
Snow White, another classic era princess. Very good.
Right.
And we're
Jacked
off to
up
a
with-
roaring start.
Shacked up with 7 guys. Hey, okay, so I'm gonna also go. I'm gonna go with the modern day princesses, kicking off with Ariel,
Okay.
Little Mermaid.
Ariel. Yes, but she's actually considered Renaissance area, believe it or not. But
Interesting.
yes, good.
So
No.
yeah, it's modern. I guess you're right. I guess that was the Renaissance era.
Well, yeah,
And
that
then-
was 89 or something. That movie
right.
came out.
I consider that to be modern, though. I guess because I'm old.
It was
And,
the start. It was the start of a new era for them, which is, I guess, why they call it Renaissance. So there you
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense.
go. Okay. Let's do. Let's pull one out of the. Oh, I forgot her name, so I'm not going to do her. Hold on.
Well, it might be hard if you don't know her name.
I know her. I know
you know
the
the lady with the crown.
Yeah, I
and the
know
hair.
her. I know her movie. I know the movie well, but I can't think of her name. So let's dig around here and say. Oh my gosh, my brain just went all kind of directions. Oh jeez.
It's tougher than you'd think because you start going, was she a princess? Because some of these characters don't even seem like princesses at all.
Oh, I know. I got one. Belle.
Okay.
Belle's in there
Ah,
from the
perfect.
Renaissance
Yeah,
period.
Belle, she
that
is
was
a
my next one.
princess.
Yeah.
Yes, also from the Renaissance area. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she should have been probably the second in the Renaissance era that I remember. Wasn't Aladdin, that weirdo. But I guess Jasmine was, right?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. I heard y'all talking about Aladdin before the show.
We were, and yes, Jasmine absolutely is a Disney princess.
The Jazzman. All right.
Jasmine.
It's getting tricky in my head for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm overthinking it. All right, let's say I remember it being not controversial, but I remember it being kind of a big deal at the time when Pocahontas came out that they made Pocahontas a official princess. So I'm pretty sure she's
even though she never really married. That's where it gets kind of confusing, right?
Well, plus
Even though
she's
she didn't
based
really ever married.
plus she's based on a
No, it
historical
doesn't matter
figure.
if you marry. You don't have to be married to be a princess. You just have to be the daughter of the king, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
But
Yeah, so I guess he was kind of the king of the.
She's
of the,
just
that makes sense.
What's different with her is that it's based on a historical figure, and that's weird in the group. But yeah, I hope I'm right. Am I right, Pocahontas?
You are right. Pocahontas is absolutely a princess.
But Native Americans don't have princesses, do they necessarily?
Well, that's
I
the
don't
point.
know.
It doesn't matter. Disney gets to choose. They got talking bears and all kinds of weird shit over there. Name all the talking
Rainbow Bright
bears.
says that he was a chief. Her father was a chief, so
Okay.
Right.
That's like a king.
yeah.
That's like the king. That's the king, the chief king.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with one of my favorites, and this one has to be the modern era. I think this is probably either kicked off the modern era or maybe slap in the middle. But I'm gonna go with Merida.
Oh, good choice.
From
Merida
Brave.
from Brave. Yes.
Yeah. I was glad to see her there because she's not your conventional princess.
Remind me, Merida. I don't know who that is. Who's that?
Brave.
Oh, yeah,
redhead,
Brave.
She was one of the 48 people in 2012 who shot a bow and arrow, or 11,
right.
whenever that movie came out.
That was a big year for bows and arrows. My
It
recollection.
was a big year for bows and arrows. Yes.
That's a good film too.
I love
I
that
wanna say
movie.
we
I
saw
like The
that.
Brave?
We saw that during a Nerdtacular.
We did.
but it wasn't the official. Like
No.
it was we did the regular Nerdtacular. I think it was one of the
we did it for
Noah's.
yeah, we did the Sunday thing. It was 2012.
Yep, 2012. There we
Yep.
go.
I forgot her name though, but yeah, you're right. Let's see.
There's only
I just watched this with-
four left.
I just watched this with Carter. Mulan.
Mulan, totally a princess. And
How is she a princess?
She is. Her dad was the
daughter
king
of
guy.
the
Or actually wasn't.
emperor.
He
right?
was no, he wasn't emperor. He was just the head of the. He was before he retired and hurt himself. He was just the lead military guy.
Yeah, and he was just and when he got hurt, he was just like an average villager guy that wanted to go back and fight. Yeah, so that's an odd one. There's no king there or emperor.
Rainbow Bright is arguing. No, she is absolutely listed as one of the official Disney princesses on princess.disney.com. And I figure that if there's any authority on the site.
Yeah, I mean, I get Rainbow Bright's because I'm asking the same question. Like, what's the criteria?
Right.
But I think
Well,
the
father was a
criteria is.
warrior.
I think the criteria is Disney gets to freaking choose. I think that's the criteria.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah,
I think
looking
they
to
just
see-
make it this crap.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see what made her a princess. Did she marry a prince then? Is that
No, she
didn't marry
didn't.
anybody. Yeah.
Nope. She just killed Carl Malone and all the other Huns.
Yeah.
You
Call
guys.
me a princess. I'm no princess. She says.
She's been whatever the equivalent of getting knighted. She was dubbed an official Disney princess.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't think
All
they
right,
look
I'm gonna
at
go
it. I don't think it's a hereditary thing with Disney. I think they're just like it's a different classification. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, but there are other things, the other characters that you think would be princesses that are not, and we'll talk about that when we get to the end of this list.
Interesting. So, look, I'm.
Yeah.
It's got to be though, because they can do whatever they want to do. Elsa, right? I mean, because she's in the movie, she's a princess to start with, even though she turns into the queen. Elsa counts, right?
Elsa, not a princess.
Yeah!
Oh, come on. She was a princess at the beginning of the movie. There's no way. That's not fair. This list is crap.
Not a princess.
I kind of
This
agree
list
with
is
you.
crap.
Hold on. I agree with Dunaway that that's a weird omission. It feels like it doesn't make sense.
Bright says that she's a
How
queen.
about Anna?
Well,
Well,
she
she
is
is
a
a queen
queen.
eventually,
Yeah,
but
she
she's
is.
portrayed in the movie as a princess. Do you get removed from the list at that point?
She is, well, obviously we'll need somebody to clarify, but she is not a.
How about Anna? Is Anna the princess?
Nope. Anna, no Elsa in this list. Yes.
Anna is absolutely in line for the.
No, there was some scandal that rocked the.
Can I guess the others?
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel is correct.
Oh,
Yes.
I forgot about that. How about the Princess and the Frog, Tiana?
Yes, absolutely. It's right there in the title of the movie that Tiana's the princess. One more.
That was what I was going for next, though. But I thought Elsa was a lock.
Hold on. Who's the other one? There's one more, you say?
There is one more, and she's classic era. And you don't think of her name because her name is not the title of the movie.
Sleeping Beauty then.
Correct. What's her real name?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Francine? I don't know.
No, not Francine. Oh, crap. What is it?
It's Aurora.
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 Jeez.
Yes.
Not Aurora. Aurora, right?
Not Aurora.
Oh, Aurora. A-U-R-A.
Aurora.
All right. Well, that means our listener wins. That means you win, dude.
Yes.
Congratulations. Emery is the winner. And
you people arguing with the list. Hey, this comes from Disney. I can't really argue with this list.
yeah, if it's a Disney, you could argue that Disney's wrong, but it's still their list. You know?
Yeah, I guess
right.
so.
And
Elsa-
Go ahead.
Next week we'll be doing what Scott thinks is the best meat.
Sidian says Disney princess is a specific distinction given to particular characters who make good role models or have cultural significance. Also to sell toys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Elsa was kind of a
Elsa did not make good decisions.
Elsa had bad decision making. Yeah, that's true. I can get behind that.
I guess so.
Come on, people, just let it go. Let it go.
But Anna didn't. She was. I by the way, I got your joke there. I just want to make sure that I didn't pass without you knowing I got it. But Anna was kind of she was good role model. So she should have maybe.
I think she even appears in the. Yeah, she absolutely appears in the scene in Wreck-It Ralph where Vanellope pops into the Disney princess room.
Oh, right. That's a really funny thing.
Are any of these princesses really good role models?
Yes, lots of them are.
Curious.
Moana
Pocahontas,
should be.
I'm behind Pocahontas, Mulan. I can see that, but I don't know.
Who else? Who do you not like?
Kind of questionable.
Who?
Well, no, I didn't say I didn't like them. I'm just saying they make questionable decisions, like Ariel.
Ariel is kind of an idiot. She's kind of an idiot.
She's not. Yeah.
She's ready to trade her voice for some legs and marry a guy.
Right. I mean, she thinks a fork is a hairbrush. So I mean,
she doesn't even know the word feet.
Yeah.
Right.
What are they called? Oh yeah, feet.
How do they measure shit in the ocean?
They're kind of all metric in there.
Megara from Hercules, not on the list. Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, that's right. That was it.
Of course.
I was thinking that was.
Great list, by the way, from Captain Kipper of 15 Disney characters who should be princesses but aren't.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's clearly just some weird classification. Well, the bottom line is Emery won a bunch of cool stuff. And Emery, here's what you got to do. You got to send an email to Brian, coverville@gmail.com. That's coverville@gmail.com, and he'll send you those codes. Congratulations and all our best.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of you guys, what you do.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You
Good
betcha.
luck,
We'll
good
see
luck
you
Emery,
later.
finding that bike license plate.
Yeah, good luck, dude.
Was the movie Enchanted, was that a Disney movie?
No, that was.
Yes, it was. It
Was
was
it?
live action Disney
minute.
movie. It was. Disney made it.
Oh, Enchanted. I was thinking of Tangled. No, that's not right.
No, Tangled is definitely. Tangled also a Disney movie, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tangled is as well. But how come the main character in Enchanted, what's her face? Amy Adams was not an official Disney princess.
It's a great
She's a
question.
princess in a Disney movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's
no
Disney movie.
live action princesses, please.
I guess not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you're remaking it like this terrible looking Aladdin thing coming
They
up.
should remake Enchanted as an animated film.
Yeah, Moana should be on that list. She'd be a great
Moana
addition.
Should be,
yeah,
totally Moana should be.
She's
on that
all the
list.
criteria that you're looking for. Daughter of a king. She's a good role model. All that stuff they're saying. She sold a bunch of merch. She's perfect. Get her in there.
She sold a bunch of merch.
Yeah. Well done, Brian Dunaway. You've done it. You've helped another winner while you lost. Well, you were a loser, so they could win. Well done. Today, 3:30 Mountain Time. Me and Brian sitting down for a Boop Show. Got stuff to talk about. I need to talk about Apex Legends, which I will at length today. I
took a peek at it, so we'll have to talk about that.
We should play. You want to squat up and go? Let's go.
Let's do that. Let's squat up.
Yeah, we should. I've been playing a lot with some people that they're okay, but I'm sure it'd be you that would ride us into victory and take a first place.
Well, of course, I am fantastic at the Battle Royale.
That is you for sure. If we know anything, it's that. So anyway, that's today, 3:30 Mountain Time. Frogpants.tv. Come watch us live or check it out on the podcast at frogpants.com/boop. Brian Dunaway, have a fantastic day. We'll see you later.
Fellas.
Bye.
See you, Brian. And Scott, make sure you go listen to the America's Next Top Podcaster entries this week, so you don't have to blame it on my show as why you can't give away games on after the Boop Show.
What? No. Oh, so that we can do giveaways today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last week. I'd like to do giveaways, but I have this freaking show with Brian to do.
No, I already told you that was that was all me. I usually do it before Boop Show.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. What are we doing? News?
We're doing the news.
Yeah, let's do that. Hold on a second.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive, sensational summary of world and local events.
News brought to you by
a brand new episode of Soundography. They started out as the House Martins and then split up. Norman Cook went off and became Fatboy Slim, and the rest became the Beautiful South. Listen to today's episode of Soundography as we talk about this Brighton, UK band that is equal parts snide sarcasm and beautiful arrangements to cover it all up. The Beautiful South, today, soundography.com.
Is the chat room right that Nala was Simba's sister?
Yes.
Not his girlfriend?
Oh,
why do I have that in my head?
No, I thought Nala was Simba's girlfriend.
I did too. I mean, he was his mate, yeah.
Mate, yes, right.
But everyone's saying no. Wait, sister is true or girlfriend is true?
No. Basically, Naroktir has it wrong.
Okay, and it may be that the way that I don't know how lion packs work. Maybe there's crossover and a lot of incestuous sort of line business going on, but I don't think it was okay. So girlfriend true, not sister. Who said sister earlier?
Actually, half sister Ninja Cowboy 42.
Maybe. I don't know how lions work. Lions probably have some kind of weird, funky business going on. I don't know.
Yeah, James Earl Jones was getting around.
He's a sister wife, says Ninja Steve.
Games of Lions.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There you go then. That's a live action remake. It's not really live action, but that's a realistic thing I'm looking forward to. Like that one looks cool.
Am too. That looks really good.
Yeah, that looks like it.
We can finally put to rest Pumbaa.
Yeah.
After we see that, we'll know 100% what Pumbaa is.
Yep. Because he'll be voiced by who's doing the voice? I forgot. Somebody big. Someone's voicing him who's a big deal. Not a big deal, but
I'm not falling into this trap. You kidding me?
Hold on. It's he's the pig, and it's played by Seth Rogen. That's it.
Oh, Seth Rogen is doing Pumbaa?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They couldn't get the other guy. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good pick.
Should have been one of the Laughing Hyenas, right?
Mm-hmm. I think the only person they got back was James Earl Jones. I think everybody else is new, which is probably fine. But I think Nathan Lane still could have done Timon. I think.
Oh, easily,
yeah. And I forgot who they're doing there. If that's not Nathan Lane, I'll tell you who that should be. That should be who's the stand-up guy who does he's also does a voice on Big Mouth. He's very popular right now. Young dude, New York comedian. He's funny and very
Nick Kroll?
No, the other guy, John Mulaney.
John Mulaney?
John Mulaney would be a great Timon.
Great. And we just saw him in. He was Spider-Ham in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, Spider-Ham. Yeah, I should have just said that and we would have gotten it. Spider-Ham. Yeah. Yes, Bill Cosby, J.C.
Stand-up comedian. That's the first thing you think of when you think of Bill Cosby these days.
Yeah. He just got moved into different or general population at the prison.
Oh, really?
Expected to be there for 3 years. I don't know where he was before. I thought he was always there. But he gets to wear those cool suspenders still. They showed a picture of him getting moved, and he's still wearing those cool suspenders.
But not the brightly colored sweaters.
No, I don't think he's allowed to have those on, as far as I know.
Not.
It's Keegan-Michael Key. Oh, that's a good fit, too.
Is Timon? That's cool.
Yeah, I'm down with that. He'd be good. Billy Eichner as Timon in the remake. Oh, well, is it him or not? Billy Eichner.
I like Billy Eichner. I like Billy Eichner too.
Yeah, he could do it. I don't know. But the point is, I'm actually excited about that in a weird way. I don't know why. Hey, here's the news. A woman. Oh man, we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to rip through these. A woman was eaten by her pigs after she collapsed.
Well, that'll totally happen. I mean, we've seen how many horror movies where pigs are how you dispose of a body is a bunch of pigs.
Yeah, put them in a pig pen. Well, also, it just feeds into my theory that your pets don't really love you. They're just going to eat you when you die. A woman in Russia is believed to have died after she's been eaten alive by her own pigs. 56-year-old woman suffered fatal injuries after collapsing during an epileptic fit while the feeding of the pigs was happening. Russian state.
So this is like not even dead pigs are eating her. This is pigs are eating her alive. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, well,
excellent.
good point. I assume she's probably still alive when this started. At least when it started.
Being eaten alive by her own pigs in that first sentence.
That's really gross. They haven't made her identity public, not on Russian TV anyway. The woman died of loss of blood at the farm, according to the
Her name was Charlotte.
Oh, man. That would be hardcore if it was true. The phenomenon of live humans being eaten by pigs is not unheard of. In 2015, a Romanian farmer died of blood loss after being bitten by the animals. His family told Britain's Daily Star newspaper he may have suffered a heart attack while feeding the animals. So if you're feeding pigs, make sure you're in good shape. You're not about to have a seizure, have a heart attack, or anything else. Feed the pigs and then get the H out of there. Because they are bastards and they're going to eat you. That's the deal. Okay, I had to get to this one because I love it.
Okay.
And the other two I'll save for tomorrow. A cable TV host says he has not washed his hands for a decade because germs are not a real thing. This is a public service announcement not to shake this guy's hand. This is Fox News host Pete Hegseth. He said this on Sunday that he has not washed his hands in a decade because germs are not a real thing. This was reported in the Raw story. Seth made the statement live on air during Fox and Friends. His co-host Jedediah Bila, I don't watch these people, I don't know their names.
No, I have no idea. Yeah.
Started a conversation about pizza. Yesterday was National Pizza Day. Anyway, explaining that Hegseth had been munching on old pizza while on the set. And he says, "Pizza lasts a long time," was his quote, prompting laughter from his co-hosts. Fox News host then explained that in his 2019 resolutions was to say things on air that he says off air. And then he proceeded to tell viewership that he has not washed his hands in 10 years. I don't really wash my hands ever. He then said, let's see, germs cannot be seen by the naked eye. They are not real, he says. What the frick? What is wrong with you? But then he says, according to his theory, not washing hands is actually healthy and boosts the immune system. Now, part of that is a little true. You get a thing, a contagion, and you get sick, and then you build an immunity to it. But you're basically saying the opposite thing back to back. You're saying you can't see the germs, so they're not there, but it's helping my immune system, which means there's germs there. You dipshit.
Oh, can you see your immune system? Let me point to your immune system.
I hate him.
if you only believe in the things that you can see with the naked eye.
This kind of guy, dude, I just can't do him. I can't.
Guess he doesn't believe in his brain either.
Yeah, no. I don't think I have a brain. I can't see it with my naked eye.
Can't see it with the naked eye. You need a microscope.
If tide comes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
I just love the fact that no longer do crazy people have to live in the shadows and keep their crazy to themselves. It's open season. Let us know. Just get it out in the open while you're crazy so we can avoid you and especially avoid going to the buffet after you.
Yeah. Yeah. Next thing we're going to find
Holy
out,
crap.
he shouldn't brush his teeth. He shouldn't wipe his ass.
Right.
Why don't
Right.
you
I can't see gum disease.
No.
Too tiny. You can't see with the naked eye. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I can't see my Bo Daggett caked butthole from here. Must not exist. Take care of yourself, you disgusting person. You're probably getting paid a ton of money to be on that damn show.
There's nobody at Fox News now who is going to go to the craft services table.
No. No, they'll be like, did you see where Ted went? Or what's his name? Sorry. His name is, I lost it, whatever his name is. But they'll be like, hey, did you see where so-and-so? Oh, here it is, Pete. Hey, I heard Pete was getting the cheese plate. Yeah, don't go by the cheese plate.
Exactly, yes.
There's more cheese there. I don't even
know if I'd touch the door handles at Fox News anymore.
Not on Sunday mornings. Not at Fox and Friends.
Jeez. Fox and no more friends.
No. Yeah, Fox and very few more. And less friends every day.
Fox and less friends.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it will be time with Steven Schleicher, which will be great because we missed him last week, so a little catch-up with him will be good. And Brian and I will also consume a Valentine's treat.
Yay.
And we'll also read a couple emails and play a mashup. So come on back for all of that. Before it, though, we must have music. What do you got?
Well, we're going to Italy, Tuscany, the Tuscany region of Italy, for some garage rock, which is something I never thought I'd ever say on this show. It's some garage rock from Tuscany, Italy. But that's exactly what you're going to get. Brand new album coming out from the band Yearnin' comes out February 22nd. So this is a sneak preview of one of the lead-off tracks. Dirty, rough, essential. I mean, this basically is garage rock. It's rough. It's and it's damn raucous. I love it. It is a project by Gianluca Valenti, Gabriele Tadai, and Lorenzo Rossi. Created this band in 2015 in the province of Livorno. Here is the song. Oh, I don't have it in front of me. Hold on. The song is called The One You Want. It's from the band Yearnin' from their brand new album. Take a look.
All right, here it is. We'll be right back.
There was no doubt I'd never seen so many cups of tea before.
Panties.
A great pair of nerd glasses in about an hour. This is the Morning Stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back, and get ready to welcome to the show the one, the only Steven Schleicher. Skype is how I have to do it.
Right.
Because that's the way it is. All right, here we go. Calling him now. Good little song at the beginning. He picks up fast, so we don't have to hear the entire song. It's Steven Schleicher all the way from Majorspoilers.com, which houses itself somewhere in Hays, Kansas. Welcome back, Steven.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Brian.
Good to see you.
Good morning.
How's the boy? Feeling better?
Oh, man. I'm sorry about last week. I got called that he was not feeling well. So I went to go pick him up, and I was like, okay, you sit here. I'm going to do TMS. And then I was telling my wife what was going on. She's like, you better take him to the doctor's office in case he's got strep, because, like, I guess half the school is out with some kind of sickness. So sure enough, she sets up an appointment, and they're like, you got to be here in, like, 15 minutes. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be on the morning stream. But I guess child health takes precedent.
I have a podcast I'm guesting on.
Yeah, that I get nothing for other than I get to hang out with my friends. So, look, you got the
He had strep, so
that's a
there
better
you go.
thing to do. You did the right thing, and I'm glad he's okay. Did they give him the bum shot or the pill, the
Oh, no, he
antibiotics?
takes an antibiotic, liquid antibiotic.
See, last time they gave me the choice, and I chose when I got strep. This is a few years ago. I asked. They said you can have the pills. It takes like 7 days, or you can get this peanut butter shot in your butt. And I said, well, let's do that because that seems
Peanut
faster.
butter shot in your butt?
That's what they call it. So the reason they call it that is because it's not like a normal syringe. It's a little, most syringes, a little thin little syringe, and it's like clear liquidy poop in there.
Wait a minute, that's not a syringe.
Right. This thing's more like a big, fat, thick needle. And they call it a peanut butter syringe because it's the stuff that you're getting, the shot, the antibiotic you're getting is so thick it's like peanut butter.
Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
Scott, sure.
That's what they told me. That's what the doctor told me.
Sure.
What, is that not true?
I don't
Is
know.
it a green needle?
No. Green needle. What's the other word? I can't remember the other word.
Brainstorm.
But it's like a thick, and it hurt like hell and created a giant bulbous knot on my butt for like a week. It sucked. You're laughing like this didn't happen. I'm telling you, this is true.
Exactly.
Totally
It's like
believe
a
you.
Turkey baster size.
It was huge. Hold on. I'm gonna show you because I don't like Steven's laugh. Strep throat shot.
I don't think I've ever heard Steven laugh like this.
Never in my life have I ever heard this. All right, treating a sore throat with a single penicillin injection. Here it is. Where is it? I need a picture is what I'm looking for.
Have to be followed up with a jelly shot.
I mean, it was all I know was it was thicker than your average needle. It was like
Very good, Ninja Steve.
Yeah, it was thicker than an average needle, and they put it in your butt cheek, is where it happened. And I still have a little lump there. Anyway, I'm not showing my butt on camera.
No, thank you.
Steven Schleicher, what's going on? Let's talk about a few things. First of all, before we go any further, I assume you've seen that Aladdin trailer. I'm just curious from your perspective if you thought that looked like the garbage that we think it is, or if
I thought it looked garbage from the very first trailer that they released. I don't understand why Disney thinks that it has to make these live action remakes of animated movies, because the animation, you can do so much more and do so many more incredible things. Yeah. I just think it all looks like poo. I've never seen a single one of those live action remakes because I don't know, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, the Jungle Book one kind of does, right? You got talking animals, and you can do that well. I think that was a good version of this. I think the Lion King thing's probably a lot like that. But the like the Beauty and the Beast thing I didn't see for the same reason you're describing. Like, I don't want to see flesh and blood people in these movies.
Right.
I don't mind seeing them in
It's
realistic
not,
3D or something. That's fine. But I don't want to see I don't want to see regular people.
I just don't see how it adds to the story to see the same story told with actors
it doesn't.
as opposed to animation.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe just don't.
By the way,
bother.
In the Discord, big thanks to Pops and Recline for posting this. He found a little video of the peanut butter shot.
Oh, let's see it.
It's in Discord.
The chat room saying the reason that Steven's laughing is I missed some joke. Like it was actually the doctor's penis or something. Was that the joke I missed?
Yeah, I think that was the joke that Steven was making.
Well, I definitely missed
the joke that we were all making, Scott.
Where is this in general? Where is this?
No, I put it in Discord.
Oh, I thought you meant he put it in the Discord channel.
He put it in chat. I copied and pasted over to our Discord so you wouldn't mess up.
Let me take a look here. This will be interesting. Let's put it on the big screen here, folks. I just want to see this. This is what I remember.
The military requires some gnarly vaccines for...
What? Why is she suddenly quiet? I didn't do anything.
She just got a shot of peanut butter.
Hold on. What is going on? Okay, speak.
Expose troops to infectious diseases, many of which, luckily, we can prevent. Before I PCS to South Korea, I received, in one day, the following vaccinations. Anthrax, hepatitis A,
all right.
hepatitis B.
I don't care about any of what she's saying. I want to skip ahead.
And smallpox. That kind of vaccine regimen isn't that
okay.
Recruits also.
Oh my gosh.
Tetanus, diphtheria, and I squirt above the rest. The peanut butter shot.
Okay, now she finally gets to the peanut butter shot. Okay, now she's making jokes.
The bacillin vaccine.
Okay, there it is. Look at it.
Used to prevent streptococcal infections. Because it is an irritating material, it requires a deep intramuscular injection, aka the buttocks.
See, this is all true. I'm not making it up. Chat room is like, these things only happen to Scott. No, this is normal medical procedure.
Well, it only happens to people going to the military and Scott.
Well, no, I don't think it's that unusual. We're gonna get emails from doctors. It'll all work itself out then. That's fine. All right, Steven, forget about dumb remakes of Disney movies. Let's instead talk about Detective Comics number 1000.
Only took 80 years to get here.
That's exciting, dude. 1,000 of them. Think of that. So
we just did Action Comics number 1000 last year for its 80th anniversary of Superman, and now we get Detective Comics, Batman doing the same thing. Although, to be fair, Batman didn't appear in Detective Comics until issue number 27. But this is going to be full. It's going to be a big celebration year. I don't know. They didn't do as big a celebration for Superman as I thought that they would have, but I really think DC is going to push hard for Detective Comics 1000. When you look at some of the writers like Warren Ellis and Paul Dini and Tom King, Brian Michael Bendis, and others who are writing on this, Kevin Smith has got a short story in this. And then when you look at all the artists coming in on board, including Greg Capullo and fan favorite longtime Batman artist Neil Adams, it's going to be a pretty big deal. Now, this goes on sale in just over a month, March 27th. And it should coincide with the first appearance of the issue when it hit the stands 80 years ago.
Says Jim Lee and Scott Williams do the cover. Is that alternate covers or the same cover they work together? Or is it a joint deal?
I'm going to bet that there's multiple covers on this.
Okay.
We'll see even more variant covers coming out because they had multiple covers for Action Comics 1000 as well.
Because you had to have Jim Lee do one. I mean, that's just a no-brainer
for
something like this.
Yeah.
Especially given his position over there now. But that's exciting. I can't believe it only took 80 years. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And remember, DC Comics stands for Detective Comics. So yes, it's Detective Comics Comics.
Wait a minute. Has my mom been alive? She's been alive a year longer than DC Comics. That's weird.
She's a year older than Batman.
Yeah, that's nuts. I'd never thought of that. I thought Batman preceded everybody that was living. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way anybody's still alive when Batman came out.
Right.
I don't know why I had that in my head, but in my head, my mom was way younger than that. That's
what's
weird.
What's the highest Marvel issue up to? Because I know that they did a whole bunch of stuff with resetting the numbers back when the Heroes Reborn stuff came out.
We're definitely up in the 700-800s on some of them because some of them depends on how they're numbering. And there's a lot of confusion and a lot of back and forth on whether the correct renumbering is the right renumbering. I want to say there's a couple of them. I want to say Thor with not Amazing Fantasy. Journey into Mystery, I think, has got to be up in the 800s.
I would think
and
so,
Amazing
yeah.
Fantasy is probably also around 800 or so.
And
really, because I didn't think they continued doing Amazing Fantasy.
Well, they would have changed that over into whatever Spider-Man became, and they would have continued the numbering from that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you think? I mean, they don't count like New 52s. All that stuff's separate. Those are all separate lines.
Sometimes they do, and that's where the Marvel renumbering gets really weird because they'll go, "Hey, we've reached Hulk number 500. Come back next month for number 1," and it'll go for 50 issues,
right.
and then they'll come back and say, "Hey, now Hulk is going to be coming back at issue 550," and it's just makes a lot of people angry.
It's very odd.
Well, so what Marvel has done,
it's just a money grab because they know that people will buy number ones thinking that they're going to go crazy in the resale market.
Mm-hmm.
Which they won't. So just remember, no number one after the 1970s is going to get you any kind of money
ever.
But you're right. It is this. It's an indicator for people that, hey, you can get a good jumping on point, start of a new story, start of a new creative team. But what Marvel has started doing recently is dual numbering, where it'll be like issue number 1 of Amazing Spider-Man, but it's also issue 827 of the long running series.
Oh,
yeah.
And so you'll see right on the cover, it'll have a dual numbering system on there.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Yeah.
That looks more like a ratio to me. Like if you put if you put 800 / 1,000, it makes you think, oh, this is 800 of 1,000 total. Like it's that's terrible. Exactly. All right, here's a question for you. Do you ever have? I'm 100% with you, by the way, on that whole number 1 issues aren't going to net you any money since the 70s. Like it's just dumb to get excited about it, other than to read it, or if you collect because you like it. But you're not going to get. It's not an investment. Do you ever have anything though happen where a modern comic in 2019 could come out, and because the artist snuck in a little penis image somewhere on the front, and then they had to stop production, and there only 100 were made, and they reset the press and got rid of the penis? Like, does that ever happen still? Where you
there are some that still have low initial print runs. For example, Invincible and The Walking Dead initially had very low print runs. And so if you're going to go and get the very first issues of those, you can pay upwards of $80 to $100 on that. But these are, again, you're not going to go out and find a number 1 that is going to put your kid through college like everybody in the 90s thought buying, collectible comics was going to do for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, watch for the penis issues, you guys. You'll make big money.
The Blue Ween issue of Watchmen,
there
for
you
example.
Go. How about Umbrella? Oh, wait, Steven, did you hear about the Waterworld special edition 40 extra minutes Blu-ray 4K thing coming out? Did you hear about this?
Don't care.
I need other people to care like I do. I love that movie.
I'm waiting for the Disney animated remake of Waterworld. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah, that's what they should do. I guess that's what they've always done, though. The Disney animated were always... They were always
adaptations of fairy tales.
Yeah, fairy tales in some cases, but in other cases it'd be like
Robin Hood or
the Pocahontas story is
Sure.
Robin Hood's a good example.
Sure.
Like that's what it used to be. Now they're going the other direction. I don't know which way is up now. It's crazy. We're in the upside down. Umbrella Academy arriving February 15th. That's
this weekend.
Long. That's weekend. Yeah. Tell me about this. What's this?
Oh man, if you guys have never read the Umbrella Academy from Dark Horse Comics, it is a treat. It is by Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance, and it's illustrated by Gabriel Ba. In the first series called Apocalypse Suite, which I believe is what the Netflix series is based on, we get introduced to these kids that sometime in 1977, 43 superpowered infants were born. Most of them died. There's a guy, Sir Reginald Hargreaves, who adopted 7 of them and created this superhero team of these kids that are not related to each other except through their superpowers, and they go on all sorts of crazy adventures. At one point, the team disbanded, and then they are back during the Apocalypse Suite because their father figure, the Monocle, has passed away, and we're going to see some very dysfunctional family trying to figure each other out after a decade or more of being apart.
Big name on this is Ellen Page. Looks like
it's a little bit more than that, because you also have what's his name? Now I can't think of his name. But yeah, Ellen Page is one of the big names on here. I have talked to somebody, and I can't say who, but somebody has watched, I want to say, half of this series already and says it is brilliant. So if you want to see some cool comic book adaptations, it looks like Netflix is the place to go this weekend for the Umbrella Academy.
I'm excited about this, and I didn't even know about it. Oh yeah, these masks. I did hear about this.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I don't know why, but I thought that this was connected to Resident Evil, but that's the Umbrella Corporation, not the Umbrella Academy.
Right, they're going to give you the T-virus. You got to watch out for them. But these guys, no T-virus. You know who you're thinking of? I think you're thinking of Tom Hopper.
That's probably who I'm thinking of.
That's a kid we should know.
As Space Boy.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to see who that is real quick. Because in my head, I think... Oh, yeah. Thomas Hopper, English actor, appeared in several television programs with an E, including Merlin, Doctor Who, Casualty, Game of Thrones. Oh, yeah, Game of Thrones. He was, that's how I know that name. He's somebody in Game of Thrones. Look at the brain on me. Excellent. So that is good.
I could totally watch without Tina.
Oh, yeah, dude.
She won't care about this.
Actually, but I would say wait for Tina to get home to watch Russian Doll.
Yeah. No, that one we're waiting for her on.
Yeah.
But she's already given me the go-ahead. Go ahead and watch Daredevil and Punisher without her, is what she said. All right, fine.
Does anyone in Russian Doll say, "I sure as heck fire remember you"? Does that ever happen? Does that ever get said?
I really don't want to ruin anything, but let's just say this, it blew my mind this weekend when I watched it. It literally, you can get through the entire series in 4 hours. And definitely worth watching. Watch the very final scene before it goes to credits in the last episode for a hint of what's to come in seasons 2 and 3.
Okay. Oh, they've already signed for 3, have they?
I don't know about 3. Certainly, the story has been written out to be a 3-season show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certainly an indication at the end that where seasons 2 and 3 could go.
So the Orange is the New Black lady, one of them, right?
Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 of them. I think there's another woman in there also from Orange is the New Black. But is there a scene where they cut Natasha Lyonne open? There's a smaller Natasha Lyonne inside her.
Yes, she's a Russian nesting doll herself.
No, but there are some Russian nesting dolls that appear, and I don't know if. And again, this is something to watch in a rerun of this. There are some Russian nesting dolls that appear. They're set up in such a way that makes me think that we're not watching what is supposed to be the first story in this sequence.
Brian, you know why they didn't? You know why they didn't make her a Russian nesting doll? You know why?
Too much hassle.
You got it.
Come on.
Nice.
You lob one over the plate, and you think I'm not going to swing?
Just making sure. Well, all right then. Tell me about this tease you want to give us?
Oh, yeah. So in addition to Umbrella Academy, the Doom Patrol is coming to the DC Universe online streaming service. Ashley Victoria Robinson has had a chance to watch the pilot, and her review just went live on majorspoilers.com, so you can check it out. She said it was very good, very solid pilot. Again, some big names that are going to appear in this one. And if anyone has watched the Titans, the Teen Titans show on the DC Universe and saw the Doom Patrol episode, everyone says this just picks right up from that and is really good as well. So that review is live now over at majorspoilers.com, or you can watch it on our YouTube channel, Major Spoilers Video.
I trust Ashley because she's a DC head, big time.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I've looked at this. It looks great. Like it's got some comedy elements, which I think DC has been.
Oh yeah.
You know,
it's also
barely
got
dipping
James
their toes
Bond
in the water
it.
with a little bit in Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
Wait, James Bond's in it. Say that again. Who?
Yeah, James Bond is in the. Timothy Dalton plays the main guy in the wheelchair.
You got Tudyk, you got Brendan Fraser in this.
I thought you meant the character James Bond had crossed over.
No.
And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. All right, Doom Patrol. I'm into it. Patrolling the Doom. Steven Schleicher, as always, people can go over to majorspoilers.com, check out the site, check out all these rad articles and more content, including video, like you said. Also, lots of great podcasts. Heard some really great comments about you guys and your D&D show on our D&D show over the weekend. It's the people in the chat room were just raving about Steven's work. And if you want to know why that is, you can go find it at majorspoilers.com.
We are 10 episodes away from episode 500.
Dude, that's a big one. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of D&D or role-playing in general. Like,
man. Only took us 10 years, so.
Yeah, is that all?
Yeah. I mean, you know, we'll hit episode 1000 before in 20 years, a lot longer than it took, a lot shorter than it took Batman to hit 1000. So,
well, may we all live that long. Steven Schleicher, everybody. Major Spoilers on Twitter. We'll see you later.
Stay hydrated.
Bye now. I am staying hydrated. I got water right here.
Yeah.
Got a nice little water. I've been drinking from it.
I'm drinking coffee. Not much left. Almost out, which is good timing because there's not much of us left.
It's a Seattle cup. See, I got the.
Oh, it is. Which is Seattle gave you all that snow.
Mm-hmm. Those bastards, man.
Awfully nice of them. Yeah.
And it snowed in Vegas last night. You seen the video of that? It was crazy. Crazy.
No,
Vegas.
really? No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, like
that
wind blowing super hard, lots of snow, like real snow in Vegas, not just some smattering. It's crazy. That never happens down there. Don't worry, by April, there will be none.
There will be no snow, yes. That I feel pretty confident in saying.
Yeah. Sometimes there's weird snow between me and that, but Vegas itself should be snow-free. A couple of quick emails from listeners. These come to us at themorningstream@gmail.com. Like this one, his name is Nick. He calls himself a podcast listener, and he says this. Hey, guys, if you really want to get mad at time travel in a movie, watch The Last Sharknado, It's About Time. I think you guys will have fun. You'll have a fun time with this one, Nick. I didn't know that The Last Sharknado was A, called The Last Sharknado, and B, had anything to do with time travel. So maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Film Sack only, though. I can't do it any other way. There's no other way I watch that.
It has to be for Film Sack. And it's not like I wouldn't get mad because it's a Sharknado movie and I'm having to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to get mad anyway because it's Sharknado.
Yeah, it's Sharknado. It's just bad. Also one here from Jeff Sire in Canada. We know him. He's Bronco.
Yes, we do. Bronco.
He says, Space and Black Hole. Just wanted to point out something that is blind to your American eyes, but glaring to the rest of us. He likes to call us out on these things.
Yeah, he does.
When NASA or the JPL does something, it's referred to as American, as in American landed the Curiosity rover on Mars. However, when somebody else does it, it is referred to as us or we, as in we are mining an asteroid. When you talked about the Japanese mission, not just you guys, your news agency is as well. Had to delete some soapbox ranting. Carry on, Jeff Sire. From Bowmanville, Ontario. Yeah, we're cocky a-holes here in America. And we should be better at that. But sometimes we forget.
I think we also, you take the good with the bad, right? I think we also are, say stuff like, you gotta love, our high gun rates.
Mm-hmm.
We don't say, America's high gun rates. We own up to the crap as well as the good stuff.
Well, some of us do. A lot of us don't, but many of us do. So all I'm saying is, Jeff, We're not part of the problem, Jeff. It's somebody else's fault, not ours. We like to shirk our responsibility.
Fox News, clearly.
Yeah, it's always Fox News.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to play Mashup. I don't know what this is, actually. I didn't look this morning. I know Jamie said there was more.
And don't forget, we've got our
we'll
Oreos.
do that. We will definitely do that. Mashups, here we go. Oh, yeah, there is a new mashup. So here is the story. Oh, wow. All right, I'll do that. Okay, I got a special one for tomorrow. Today we'll just do the regular Monday mashup. This is episode 1645 to 1648. It is called The Final Countdown. Here it is. Like, it's just a cranky, pissy, shitty mass of human poop when I drop my pants and expose my sexual organs.
Long ago, the delicate tangles of his hair covered the emptiness of my hand.
I'm glad you found that. That's quite the
When
fun.
the meth takes me and makes me dance naked on the Waffle House tables, I will not be afraid.
The next time I take bath salts and I go outside and expose my sexual organs, I will not be afraid.
Wow.
Click, click, boom. Shot the cow. I assume if I was soy intolerant. Yeah, it's 4589p pie poo poo poo.
Ever take one of those interchangeable tip screwdrivers? Yeah, so I put it up my nose, just to see how far it could go. Quit playing with the phone.
Yeah.
You've called emergency services again.
9999999.
Philip.
Yeah, put them in the douche flutes.
We got lots of good Bambergers. We're going to be
Hamburgers.
serving Bambergers and Spot Dogs to the Clemson team to celebrate their wins. Wash it down with a milkshake.
And a fillet o' fish. There's a naked guy in a car with meth falling out of his butthole.
We were fishing for mangrove chicks on Friday.
What the hell are those?
Mangrove chicks, they're fish about the size of a VW microbus.
I'm gonna look
and
them
they'll
up.
kill you with their eyes if you look at them.
Anyway, in your case, I think the guy just went in there and hit the wrong little space. Just went and
so.
put some extra juice in the wrong hole, and boom. I don't ever want him in my mouth, ever.
I got what you need. I got it right here. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a cover of Europe's The Final Countdown.
You saw where that went, where we were going there. Yeah, you knew that would come up again.
Oh, I knew. I'm glad it did. It's like getting a Band-Aid. Pulling the Band-Aid off. We're done with it. We never have to hear or speak of that faux pas again.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it'll never come up again.
Never again will that ever come up.
I found that the Oreo we're going to eat. Oh, that's Jamie, by the way, made that. Jamie over at TMS Mashups. He has a Patreon at patreon.com. So he has TMS Mashups. Yeah. And he does really great work. You guys should check all that out. Gives out extra stuff over there that we don't get here. So check it out. All right. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So for food, we're going to try these Valentine's ones. And Nick has it over at his desk for some reason.
Does he now?
There better be some in there. So
yeah, I'm guessing. Huh.
Freaking kid.
The eat an entire sleeve of apples doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
That doesn't at all. So I'll play this.
What's a foodie?
Okay, I'll tell you in a second. Hang on a second. Let me go get it. Gosh dang it.
Hey, chat room. How are you? How you doing? Are you guys doing all right? All right, good.
Look at this. There's literally 3 left in here.
Wow.
Yeah, he went to town on this. Although he had a friend here. Maybe they both did. I don't know.
I would hope that, even just 2 of them eating all that, it's like, jeez, dude.
I know. You're going to have pink poop for the rest of the week. Chat room, these are it. Yeah. These are Love Oreos. Limited edition. These came to us from Mary Heidenberg once again.
And you can see right here.
Oh, there we go. They have little messages on them.
Busted the little Oreo package hymen.
Oh, good. Gross, but good.
They have messages on.
Yeah, and they're different every time.
Let's twist.
Yeah, I got a Let's Twist there. See, a heart, and then this one just says XOXO on it. So they're
in love.
So they're doing it like
Dear Cupid, send Oreo.
Let's see what the third one.
We got
one.
sweetheart candies equivalent.
I have 3 total, and they're 2 XOs and 1 Love Twist or whatever. All right. Wow. They still smell good. They kept it sealed.
They totally do.
All right.
Yeah, they're very.
What's it supposed to be in there?
I don't know. Well, it just says sweet and tangy flavor cream.
Okay.
Artificially flavored, so it's not naturally flavored, sweet and tangy.
Slit appears when opened. Always remember.
Wow.
What does it say on the back? Let's stick together. Okay, dear Cupid, send Oreo.
No difference in the cookie itself.
No,
absolutely the same.
It's always the same. It's like the center of it is like like Hawaiian Punch or something.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Which I think we've had before. Isn't there a Hawaiian Punch Oreo? Am I remembering that wrong?
It's good. It's a good, I'm doing the flavors completely independently of each other. But it's like a strawberry punch flavor.
Oh, there is a Hawaiian Punch flavor Oreo. We have had those before. That's what this reminds me of. I think they just snuck the same flavor in. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at the factory, old Bill there at the controls was having a funny day.
Just made some new cookie molds and said, just reuse some of that. You know those vats of Hawaiian Punch goo?
Yeah.
Let's just reuse some of that.
Yeah. It's too. I don't think these are bad. I could only eat one of these for a long time. They're too. It's just too sweet. It's overpoweringly sweet.
I know. That's what blows my mind about Nick pounding down an entire package of these.
Oh, they're 18. They think they can do anything, and right now they can. I guess.
Right now they can is the problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Give it some time. That'll change, boy. Mm-hmm. All right. There's that. That's it. Tomorrow I'm going to do it looks like it'll be a live one. He didn't tell me about this. Let me just taste it.
It's a live one.
Once again.
Because sometimes that'll make it so the mother. Oh my gosh, that's a 20.
Is that Soma?
That's 2014. Nerdtacular, the story about Carter and the baby bird.
Live. Oh, gotcha. Oh, the bird. Yeah. Oh, love it.
Okay, that's tomorrow. Stick around for that, or come back for that, I guess. Frogpants.com/ Frogpants.com/TMS is our website. Our support link is patreon.com/TMS. Please support us if you haven't. If you have, thank you very much. Let's get out of here. Song from Brian, please. What do you got?
This is a long one, so tuck in. Nikki says, "Hi, guys. Last year I sent in a request for my husband Clark for our wedding anniversary. Clark was in a dark place due to 16 months of unemployment, and while we as a couple were good as ever, we were both feeling immense stress from the situation. But wow, what a difference 1 year can make. Long story short, I found a fabulous new job, and we moved last spring from Tennessee to Colorado. Since then, everything has fallen into place to indicate this is where we are supposed to be, culminating with last week, and Clark being offered his dream job. I really shouldn't eat an Oreo right before reading all this. Doing what he's always wanted to do, wireless networking, without what he has always hated in his previous jobs, traveling. Clark has always been my rock, supporting everything I do. Whether I succeed or fail, I know he'll stand beside me, and even as he was struggling, he never wavered in his enthusiastic support of me. I'm so proud of Clark for continuing to put himself out there and striving to be the best version of himself that he can be. We're celebrating our 18th wedding anniversary on Sunday, which was yesterday, so a song any day the following week would be lovely. Thanks, and love the show, though, Nikki." So Clark and Nikki are regulars every month for Puzzled Pint, which is tomorrow night, people. If you have not already gone to Puzzled Pint to see if it's in your areas, if it's in your area, I don't know why that sounds sexual when I say areas. See if it's in your areas. Go check out puzzledpint.com. We actually do now have a Discord chat in the Frog Pants Discord talking about Puzzled Pint, and I can't wait to see what people say after they go check this thing out, because it is an absolute blast. Puzzledpint.com, and I can't wait to see Nikki and Clark there tomorrow night. Clark likes bluegrass covers. I like bluegrass covers. We played this one a long time ago, way back 4 years ago in 2014. We're going to play it now. The band is called The Once, from their album Row Upon Row of the People They Know from 2011. Here's their cover of Queen's You're My Best Friend.
All right. Be back here tomorrow for a brand new show. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You puking up decent food?